A very good evening to you. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to Sports Tonight. This is the last edition of Sports Tonight for the week because it's a Friday night. And of course, it's that edition of the show that prepares you for what we expect will be a weekend of excitement, a weekend to look forward to, a weekend that holds quite a lot when you look at activities both on the domestic scene and, of course, on the international scene. This is Sports Tonight. And we are happy to have you join us. We'd like to start by saying a very big thank you to you for staying true to us, for staying with us on a regular basis, Monday through Friday. And of course, you've enjoyed every bit of the show. Tonight will not be any different. We will try to put up the best show possible for you this Friday. My name is Tony Ibitoye. It's a very loaded one. And starting off the show with me right away, this Friday is a good friend of the house, is becoming a regular feature, and we'd love to see him around anytime he's in town. I'm talking about former Nigerian international, and I'm looking for another word to describe him because we are trying to see if this guy will be part of the Super Eagles to the World Cup. He's the close confidant of Super Eagles coach Stephen Keshi, and former teammate, former everything, Paul Okoku. Good to have you once again on Sports Tonight.
Before I say thank you, Tony, you just degraded me, man. You said whenever I'm in town, whenever I'm in country, man.
Whenever he's in the country. Yeah, we'd like to have you around.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry for that, for downgrading you.
It's okay.
But you can't be downgraded, Paul.
All right. I don't know why.
You're a big man.
I don't know. For real?
Yeah, you are.
Coming from you, I would take it.
You are a big man.
Coming from you, I would take it.
Okay, all right. But Paul, good to have you on Sports Tonight.
Thank you.
Paul and I will be starting off the show, and in the next couple of minutes, we'll look at the build-up to the World Cup, what are we expecting, all of that around the Super Eagles of Nigeria. We will also touch up on the Flying Eagles, the Super Falcons, and all of that as well. The CAF Confederations Cup, we will touch upon it as well on this part of the show. Later on, we will take a look at domestic football. Match day 8 of the Globe Premier League takes center stage this weekend. Dum Nadio Konta will be joining me, and we have a new face as well on Sports Tonight. Young man, very enthusiastic, follows the Nigerian game so well. You'll get to meet him as well later on as we go along on Sports Tonight this Friday. Don't forget that the Fridays are very special. This man loves to come on Fridays because Friday is actually the ideal day for us to have him. He talks about bar sports. For those of you who love to start your weekends on Friday nights in the bars, in the clubs, that's the man for you. Joachim Idada is on the show tonight. And Joachim will be telling us all about darts on the domestic scene, the drama of the Premier Darts League as well. Everything you need to know about darts, we will be discussing it on the program tonight. Joachim is already seated, and he has plenty for us on the program tonight. So it's a very loaded show this Friday. Just stay along with us. Enjoy every bit of what we've put together for you. But Paul, before we talk about the Eagles and talk about how far you've gone, you had a luncheon last week. Was it last week?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, before we talk about all of that.
Last Thursday.
Yes, sir. Before we talk about all of that, let's start on a sober note. Okay. Very sober note. For those of you who are lovers of football, you remember a certain young man, a certain coach with Barcelona, who just came onto the scene quietly and also left very quietly. We're talking about Tito Villanova. Sad story.
It is.
Yeah,
it is.
Sad story. Age of 45. 45.
Man, this guy
He's lost the battle.
still young.
Very young. Still had a lot to give to the game.
A lot to give to the game, to humanity. It's a sad loss. When you lose someone at this very young age, it's sad. Absolutely.
We want to start the show tonight by commiserating with the family, and the friends, and the world of football, because we didn't really get enough opportunity to appreciate what quality this guy brings to the game. He just sneaked in briefly after Guardiola left Barcelona, and he really had no chance to stay on the job because of cancer. Unfortunately,
because of his health problem,
it was in and out. Unfortunately, the story today is that Tito Villanova has lost that battle. He's passed on. He's lost the battle to cancer. What a sad way. What a sad story.
Yeah, my condolences to the family, to the sports world. Losing a young man at this age is nothing to write home about. Absolutely.
And for Barcelona?
For Barcelona, the story continues.
A season
I just,
that has- yeah.
I just hope that it doesn't affect them psychologically, because this is a big blow to them.
It is.
At
It
that
is.
young age, think about it. Yeah.
It is. It's a big blow, and I mean, this is just another lesson for us. Sportsmen are not immune to these uncertainties.
The uncertainties is very prevalent, especially when you don't have access to medical. And this is, of course, we're going to be talking about that, about my foundation. You have to do tests. And test is where all these abnormalities
detect them early.
are revealed. I was very fortunate, by the grace of God, through the loss of my mom, who died, of course, of cancer.
And this was the unveiling of.
That was him right there?
Yeah, that was him
Okay,
right there during
all
the
right.
unveiling when he was unveiled as a coach of Barcelona a couple of seasons ago. I mean, people credit him with the success story. That he
Okay.
was the man behind the scene.
Who actually started the whole
He was
thing.
an expert in tactical play. He was the brain behind the success. When Guardiola was in charge and he was winning trophies like every other week, he was the main man. But unfortunately, not enough time for us to appreciate him. And now we've lost him. And
No, we always
but-
appreciate him. I mean, no matter what, even though his time was short, we still have to take the time out to appreciate what he has done for football world.
Sad indeed.
It is.
Sad indeed. All right. So that's the lesson. And once again, we just hope that the family and his friends and his colleagues will have the fortitude to bear the loss. Let's also tell you that this show is not about those of us sitting on this side. It's as important to us as it is to you. You have a crucial role to play. In fact, a very crucial role, because without you, this show isn't complete. And we want you to be a part of what we're doing. Send your opinion, your thoughts, whatever you feel about some of the issues that we raise, that you feel very strongly about. Please go on and give your own opinion, give your own thoughts to us. Take advantage of the platforms showing on your screen on Facebook, on Twitter. We're very active. We're going to be very interactive on the program tonight. We will try as much as we can to read your comments. And you can start right away to talk to us. Tito Villanova, what do you feel about him? This has been one hell of a week for football, not just in Nigeria, in Africa, and in the world. In Nigeria, we talked about Albert Onyenwuna, the former Super Eagles captain when they were called the Red Devils.
The Red Devils.
We talked about the assistant coach of Kaduna United,
who died at a young age
who also
too.
died at a young age. We talked about 5 players from an amateur club in Kaduna, Bakoji, who died in a car accident. And then you talk about Dennis Liwewe in Zambia, the voice of Zambia, they call him, the football commentator, who passed on, and now Tito Villanova. What a week.
It's not been a good week
What
at
a
all.
week it's been.
It's not been a good week.
Thank God the week is ending. Let it end with all the crisis
With all the crisis.
and all the deaths.
I can live with that.
And then we enter into a new week
A new
with
one,
freshness,
with freshness and
good news.
and positiveness. Absolutely.
All right, okay.